Good morning, and welcome to From Me to You on Hippy Radio 94.5. We are lucky today because we have Clare Cunningham with us, and this is a rare treat. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you
Good
for
to have
having
you.
me. Good to be here.
And you sound like you might be from a little bit north of Dublin.
That, or, you know, some people think maybe Alabama, but my accent obviously is giving it away.
Yeah, it's a lot like an Alabama accent, yeah.
Or somebody did ask me, was I from Ireland, Tennessee? So, yeah, I just said yes because I couldn't be bothered. But yeah, no, I am. I'm originally from County Louth, which is the county above Dublin. So,
Okay. Well, my favorite song you do is Annie. So would you mind playing that for us just to get us started?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's called Éireann in chroí.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's exactly how you said it. It actually just means Ireland in my heart. So I've written this one. Of all the time I have spent away, year on year, day by day, I'll take with me fine memories, dear Éireann's Isle, in my heart you'll always be. Éireann in chroí, Éireann in chroí. Do you cry for the absence I've left behind? For when I dream about the days gone by, missing you out on that long high road. Dear Éireann's Isle, lead me back home. Can you hear a calling in the wind? Voices over waters thin, far away over Atlantic seas, calling out, calling me. Éireann in chroí, Éireann in chroí. All that you gave is all I'll ever need. Far distant cry from you to me, and if you don't receive my call, please always know I'm never gone. You can see who she's become today, blue-eyed, weary, and unafraid. But a part of her will always be in the green, green grass of that wee county. Éireann in chroí, Éireann in chroí. Of all the time I have spent away, year on year, day by day, I'll take with me fine memories. Dear Éireann's Isle, in my heart you'll always be. Éireann in chroí, 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 Éireann in
beautiful.
Thank you.
Where did that come from in there? That's quite a voice.
Yeah, like, so I'm quite small, so people sometimes get a little bit surprised, especially if I do the rock stuff, because they don't expect a small person to sound so feisty, but I don't know.
So are you a Beatles person?
Oh, yes. The Beatles are somebody I grew up on. Big part of the music that would have been played at home and in music I listened to growing up, especially there was a lot of like different variety show groups and stuff like that, so the Beatles music was always in those, and just being on the radio, and even in school we studied some of Beatles music. Integral part.
Tell us about one of your favorite Beatles songs and why.
There are so many, but I think my earliest memory of a Beatles song is Hello, Goodbye.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because as I was growing up, I think I was around, I want to say 7, maybe 8. A cousin of mine who's also a professional singer, Ronan Quillen, handed me a mixtape with a lot of old tracks, and the Beatles' Hello Goodbye was on one of them. So for me, just hearing that is quite nostalgic.
Yes.
I think, it gives me that kind of,
Take you all the way back to the early 2000s, right?
I wish. Oh my God. No, we're more into the 80s at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, no, by the time I was 8, no, it was 94. I think it was around 94, yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Too long.
Those songs are only 30 years old.
Oh God, I know, it's ridiculous.
So, do you want to play those, or shall we listen to the Beatles do it?
Oh, I would leave it to the professionals. Trust me on that one.
All right, let's listen to Hello Goodbye. So that's Hello Goodbye by the Beatles off the Magical Mystery Tour album here. That's a great song by the Beatles. It's interesting to have that little poppy Hello Goodbye on one side and then Strawberry Fields Forever on the other. It shows Lennon and McCartney were quite different.
Yeah, they were diverse, weren't they? And they just appealed to so many ages. I think that was the beauty of the Beatles. And look at them now, they still, their music still speaks to people. So
yeah,
what's
funny, I think, and what made the Beatles, I don't know if you know this story, but when they first met George Martin, their producer, he was really speaking to them directly and telling them how it worked in the studio and what the rules were, and kind of like a professor or a headmaster. And so he was being quite stern with them. And at the end, he was a little worried he might have been a bit too stern. And he said, was there anything that you don't like about what I've said? And George Harrison said, I don't like your tie. And so that Liverpool humor is what endeared them to him. And that Liverpool humor obviously is Irish, because everyone came down in the potato famine.
I know. And actually, my grandmother was originally from Liverpool. So Liverpool was a huge part of me growing up, actually.
So you went down there?
No, my grandmother, obviously, she lived back in Ireland, and because of the huge connection between the family, and we still have family members there, and I think it's just because it's one of the first places you can go on the ferry, because you do Dublin, Holyhead, so it was always just a kind of an easy ground to get to. I was going to actually go to the Paul McCartney School of Music before I went to London, but I had done my research wrong and thought it was going to be £10,000 sterling, that's their currency there, a year, and it was for the 3 years. So I thought, I better look into maybe cheaper options. But that was where I wanted to study music, actually. So I was going to end up in Liverpool, but I didn't in the end. So.
Yeah, we've had 2 people from here go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you know Alyssa Bonagura? She went.
That name is familiar.
She's opening, I think, for Rod Stewart, with Rod Stewart's daughter. She and Rod Stewart's daughter are doing something. But anyway, that's another story. What song do you have next on your list?
So I had She's Leaving Home. This one is because that was one of the ones I studied in school. And it's really interesting because when you start looking and researching a song, the way the instruments dictate and indicate the storyline. I think there's part of it where she's going down the stairs and then you hear the descend of the scale going down, and it was just really again, I think it's nostalgic in that respect because we had spent so long in it in school. I think it was that one and When I'm 64 were the two we had studied. But yeah, She's Leaving Home. It's such a... It touches on heartstrings, I think, for many.
Yeah, and we'll talk about this on a show that's going to air in June, but we can talk about it now. The backstory on this, a young woman, probably 16 or 18, really did leave home and left a note for her parents, and it was in the paper, in the local papers. And Paul McCartney read it, so he wrote a song about it. Only later did he learn that he had appeared with her on a television show as she was a guest on something like Jukebox Jury. The other thing that's interesting about that song is George Martin was working with the Beatles, of course, and they were his number one priority, but he was their producer. They wanted him to be only concerned with them, and he was trying to help the hat check girl at the Cavern, Cilla Black, get some songs cut. And so he went to one of her sessions, and Paul McCartney wanted him to score the strings and orchestration. And George Martin, because Paul couldn't write, still can't write music, so George went somewhere else. So Paul went and found someone else to score it for him. And it's the only music that was scored by someone other than George Martin in the whole Beatles career. And it really broke George Martin's heart. So besides breaking their parents' heart, it broke the producer's heart. So let's listen to She's Leaving Home off Sgt. Pepper. From the Sgt. Pepper LP, She's Leaving Home. We're with Clare Cunningham, and that's a rare treat. And are you playing around anywhere?
I will be singing, but it's going to be at my best friend's wedding and then a cousin's wedding. And I'm singing in both, but I'm bridesmaiding for the cousin. So, yeah. So I'm going back to Ireland twice in March, actually.
Oh, great.
In between, I'll be back. And, I have Oh My God, I'm a Songwriter.
Oh, okay. Where's that?
That is at Tin Roof on Broadway. Or it says Tin Roof to Mumbrian, I have down. So
that's the
there's
same
two
thing.
Tin Roofs.
That's the yeah.
Yeah, there's one on Broadway and there's one on
the original
Mumbrian.
Tin Roof.
Yeah, exactly. And then of course we have St. Patrick's Day, so I'll probably be on Broadway on that day playing my little socks off.
So have you ever seen a snake in Ireland?
No, because St. Patrick got rid of them all.
Did he really?
He did. He really did.
That was a good thing for him to do.
I know, right?
Yeah, I wish he'd come over here. If he's a saint, he ought to still be alive,
He needs to get rid of chiggers. Yeah. I had no idea what a chigger was until I moved to Tennessee. And, oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not. That was quite the experience.
That'd be funny if St. Patrick did that.
Yeah, I
wonder how they leave when they leave. Just whoosh into the air.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to sing something? We'd love it if you would.
Yeah, sure. I just prepared that one, but I've got a cool new one, if that's all right.
It's all right.
I'll give you guys.
Okay, we'll take a break right now. We'd like to thank the Omni Nashville Hotel, Kitchen Notes Restaurant. We'll be back with the great Clare Cunningham as she will regale us with some of her wonderful music. Welcome back to From Me to You. We have Clare Cunningham with us in the studio. She's a singer-songwriter from Ireland, not Ireland, Tennessee, but Ireland.
That'll be the new joke now.
And we'll have to later give Ireland back to the Irish, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at some point. But for now, what song will I use that term loosely.
Hey, you can join in if you feel like it.
I don't think it's a good idea.
This one is a brand new one. I actually debuted this one at Sundance Film Festival on the 29th of January. So that was kind of cool. So it's called Ain't Your Mama. And I've co-written it with one of my cool friends and amazing songwriter, Rhonda Funk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what a cool name as well. She's so lucky.
Yes.
Much cooler than Clare Cunningham, but hey.
I don't know. Everyone from Ireland's named Clare, right? They even named a county after you.
Yeah, well, they did, and I spell it that way as well, CLARE.
Yeah, the proper way.
Thank you. A lot of people spell it with the I, but I don't
those
mind.
French, what do they know?
It is, yeah, because it's French, right? But yeah, this one's called Ain't Your Mama. So, yeah, brand new. Hopefully. Maybe.
Proof that you've lived in Tennessee a year, ain't your mama.
Yeah, I'm showing my true colours right now. So you get the Irish side and now the Ireland, Tennessee side.
Yeah.
All right, here goes. me sugar, sugar, 'cause I ain't sweet on you. Don't go calling me baby, you got some growing up to do. I ain't your darling, darling, even though you think I am. An older woman like me don't want a boy, she needs a man. I ain't your mama, ain't here to make your bed. I ain't your mama, get that out your head. I know I don't want and I know I don't. Here, let me show you to the door. Better go running back home to mommy, 'cause I ain't your mama, no, no, no. Mama treats you just like sugar, sugar, you're a little sweetie pie. She loves a little baby, the apple of her eye. Her little darling, darling, but don't get me confused, 'cause you don't need another one. I ain't here to fill her shoes. I ain't your mama, ain't here to make your bed. I ain't your mama, get that out of your head. I know I don't want and I know I don't. Here, let me show you to the door. Better go running back home to mommy, 'cause I ain't your mama, no, no, no. Your mama, no, no, I ain't your mama, no, no, I ain't your mama, no, no. I ain't your mama, ain't here to make your bed. I ain't your mama, get that out of your head. I know I don't want and I know I don't. Here, let me show you to the door. Better go running back home to mommy, 'cause I ain't your mama, no, I ain't your mama, ain't here to make your bed. I ain't your mama, get that out of your head. I know I don't want and I know I don't. And let me show you to the door. Better go running back home to mommy, 'cause I ain't your mama, ain't no prima donna, 'cause I ain't your mama, no, no.
Oh. That's funny. There's a person named Clare Cunningham who looks just like you, who was here earlier and sang a song, but she didn't sound. That's pretty darn good. You got that McCartney thing. You can do about anything you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that couldn't have been better. Now, speaking of people who couldn't be better, you have another Beatles song you'd like to talk about, don't you?
Yes. So obviously I know it's a typical one, but Hey Jude, it's one that I've sung over the years, especially when I lived in the UK. I used to sing it a lot in the Irish bars, and so it was a big rugby song. Obviously in Wales, you know, the Welsh really, you know, went crazy for Hey Jude. So did everybody over in the UK, but especially there. So it just brings back a couple of memories, like where just the whole room is full and they're all chanting that last bit.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah.
Over here, a lot of the air personalities say when the audience get a little raucous, they play Stairway to Heaven and it calms them down. Or Freebird.
Or Freebird, yeah.
Freebird will take care of it. So let's listen. That's Hey Jude. We heard all 7 minutes. That's great. I love that song. You know, it's about Julie and John's son. Paul was trying to comfort him when Yoko came around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would take a song like that to calm someone down if Yoko appeared and was your stepmother.
True.
Yeah, sweet as she is. So let's move on to another one. What are we talking about now?
Yeah, so another one that I used to perform, still do every now and again, is Come Together. I just love the groove of this one. Something about this song, especially even when I've performed as well, people just really like, you know, it's a real head bouncer. It's a great all-round song, in my opinion. For me, it just feels like one of the classics as well. It's another of the Beatles that it's a favourite to perform. So can
you Can you do something?
Oh no, I'm not a guitarist, unfortunately. So
okay. You don't need a guitar with that voice of yours. It needs a stinking guitar. All right. Well, we'll let John Lennon sing it if that's all the same to you. Let's do John Lennon from Madison Square Garden when he did that. Not with Elton John, but when he did it himself.
1, 2.
So let's come together. John Lennon. Okay, that's the close of part 2 of the Clare Cunningham Show. And we'll be back with part 3 after we hear about how wonderful Kitchen Notes Restaurant and the Omni Nashville Hotel. We love the Omni Nashville Hotel, and in this particular Kitchen Notes Restaurant. Have you been there?
The Omni?
Yeah, Kitchen Notes Restaurant.
No, actually.
It would make you feel right at home. You have all the Irish things for breakfast. Beans on toast and stuff like that. Not really. Yeah. Not really.
It's like toast just reminds me of every Saturday or Sunday morning. We always had it with the Irish breakfast, or fry up as we call it. Or when you were sick, it was like dry toast. Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah, it's one of the methods they claim when you're sick online. Just have some, especially for an upset stomach.
Whoa.
Dry
good to
toast.
Know.
So there you go, people.
All right. So stop by Kitchen. If you're feeling a little wheezy today, stop by Kitchen Notes and get yourself some dry toast. Anyway, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Clare Cunningham Show. From me to you. She's from Ireland, and she's talking Beatles. And she's been singing and playing wonderfully. We appreciate you being here. So, what are we talking about?
You can't talk about the Beatles and not talk about Imagine.
That's right.
So, this to me, just the pure lyric content in it. It's just so powerful. And the way it's sung as well. It's just definitely, in my eyes, one of the best, if not the best, Beatles song.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump into Imagine. And that's John Lennon writing a song inspired by his lovely wife, Yoko Ono. Anyway, we have Clare Cunningham with us. She's from Ireland, and she's being photographed right now. And look at that, will you? And then CLAUDINE IANNUCCI's here. You're the one who brought her, right? Where did you find her? Under a shamrock?
Actually, yes, I did. It was a 3-leaf shamrock. It was the Bass Brothers. And she played that night down in Franklin. So I saw the show and I saw her play. I heard her music and I said, I've got to bring her in.
Well, that was a good move. And we love the Bass Brothers, now known as Essex County, right? They're from England, too. And England, not England, Tennessee. But there is Paris, Tennessee.
There is, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know in Kentucky, there's a city that looks like it would be called Versailles, but they call it Versailles?
Oh.
So, anyway, that's okay. It looks like it would be. You want to sing one of those songs you made up, or you want to sing one John and Paul made up?
Yeah, I don't mind. I can do another original if you want, but let's give you something that I've written. That's more the kind of, I want to say, pop side. So it's called You Could Be. I've co-written this one with a great friend of mine, Colin Rowe. We've demoed a couple of things that we've done. So I'm loving on this kind of style and bit of rap, R&B, kind of pop stuff. Again, because I don't play it as well as he would, you don't get the kind of vibe that it should really get. But this is called You Could Be. I've been waiting, spend my nights alone anticipating, staring at my phone, and I feel naked in my own skin, with feelings that I hold in when I'm fading. Bottle I put down, got my eyes raining. I think I'd rather drown than have somebody save me. But all I need is saving in you. You could be the one that gets me through dead end streets and walls I run into. You could be everything I need. Yeah, you could be if I could wake up, say your name, reach out, know I have your love. Get lost in the feelings that I have always dreamed of. Yeah, that could be enough to see me and you. You could be the one that gets me through dead end streets and walls I run into. You could be everything I need. Yeah, you could be, and you could be the answer when I call. Be the bed of pillows when I fall. You could be everything I need. Yeah, you could be. Yeah, you could be. You could be. You could be. Yeah, you could be. And you could be. You could be. Yeah, you could be. And you could be the one that gets me through these dead end streets and walls I run into. You could be everything I need. Yeah, you could be, and you could be the answer when I call. Be the bed of pillows when I fall. You could be everything I need. Yeah, you could be.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
You're going places. Ireland, for one.
Ireland, yeah. Woohoo, back to where it all started.
Yeah. So, what brought you here?
What brought me to Tennessee? Well, one, I've always wanted to be in America. I have always felt very at home here. I've been coming since, like, I was a young kid, different vacations, you know, and I just fell in love with the culture here. When I ended up moving to the UK, I was around 19 at the time, and my plan was always to kind of go to America. But then I got a little sidetracked and ended up getting headhunted on YouTube to front a female Swedish classic rock lineup. So ended up getting signed, and I spent 5 years in Sweden.
Ah.
Yeah, so that was
How was that?
It was incredible. Got to tour all over Europe and got to meet and play alongside idols, all the old, old school guys. And so it was truly wonderful experience.
5 years.
Yeah, it was, and 5 long winters as well. So, oh my God, it's, the darkness and the cold isn't something that speaks to my heart anyway. So, but the summers made up for it. They were amazing. But yeah, it was definitely a different culture, different lifestyle, different everything. And I was extremely busy, so I kept myself really busy touring and writing. And so when that all came to a head, I then started looking into seriously coming into America. And so as a European, you can obviously come here, but you can't just move here. You know, you have to have special visas and stuff like that. So I was very fortunate through all the years that I had in Sweden, and all the work I had done, was able to get together a really great package, which allowed me to get one of the top visas to be here as an artist. So, well,
we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. So let's talk about another Beatles song for the grand finale.
The grand finale, with a little help from my friends.
All right.
Yeah. So there used to be a TV program. I cannot for the life of me think what that program was. I couldn't even Google it now because I have no idea what the name of it was. But it was the theme song of that. And it just, again, probably more of a nostalgic thing, but also the meaning behind with a little help from my friends.
Yeah, it's
just
funny.
So beautiful.
Have you ever seen Joe Cocker sing it?
I don't believe I have.
He sang it at Woodstock, but have you seen the...
Oh, did he? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
But then some fella for his girlfriend, you know what I'm talking about? Put some graphics with it. We're going to watch it before you leave.
Oh my
here.
God, yeah.
It's the funniest thing. So everyone at home, Google Joe Cocker at Woodstock with funny. Probably funny will get it. But anyway, let's listen to Ringo Starr do it, or Billy Shears, with a little help from my friends as we bring to a close the Clare Cunningham Show. And that was a little help from my friends. Claire, we're going to miss you. I hope you have a great tour.
Hey, thank you so much.
Stop in anytime.
Yeah,
next time maybe there won't be a tornado.
Oh my God, I know, right?
Yeah, crazy. All right. Well, we would like to once again thank the Omni Nashville Hotel and the Kitchen Notes Restaurant for having us today, this Sunday, this third Sunday of March, 3-3. It's all 3 times 3 is 9, number 9, Dream, John Lennon. All right. Thank you, and we'll be back next week.